The
Elitist
Pizza
podcast.
Who wanted to talk about
Oh,
Jason Todd?
okay.
That's the only thing I remember. So you can go ahead and.
So, I was thinking for the Batman show, which of course we're gonna end up making. Um, we don't do Tim Drake Robin. We do Jason Todd Robin. Okay,
Okay.
but we make him cool. Okay, I don't know. I don't really know that much about Jason Todd. So, but I kind of like skimmed the Batman wiki article or something a few days ago. Okay, so you make him like. Oh, okay. So first of all, you know how like in Batman the animated series, it was kind of the '90s, but it was also kind of the '40s.
Yeah, exactly.
So in this one, I want to make it kind of the 2020s and kind of the '80s. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that'd be cool. And so I want like Bruce Wayne to be like around like, you know how have you seen The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
I want to be around guys like that. Like I mean, not all the time, but like those kinds of guys, like the fucking executives who are like degenerates and stuff.
Right.
And I think that would work for it too, for the setting. And they're like, "Oh, you like the fucking over people and stuff." And Jason Todd's should be like this cool, like the cool '80s kid who like wears the leather jacket and stuff.
Right.
And but he's like a poor greaser or whatever because that's kind of what he is.
Yeah.
But he was also, you still go with like the flying Todds and stuff, and he's poor. But like, so maybe I don't know if this would already be after Bruce Wayne adopts him and stuff or whatever. And so like he should go to school and he should have like a motorcycle, and so he's got to have like a Harley Davidson or something. But then like the Robin fucking bike or whatever the fuck it's called, the Robin cycle has to pretty much be that. So it's like we try to make like Robin's like this cool kid, and but he's still like, and he's kind of like Jason Todd has like a short fuse, so
Yeah.
sometimes his flaw is that he just beats the fuck out of people who probably didn't deserve it. Like if someone like insults him or something, what the fuck,
Yeah,
sometimes it just
exactly.
goes a little too far. And it'd be cool if like Batman has to kind of reel him in a few times. And but I don't know. I just thought that would be cool. Like he's the guy who's like smoking. I mean, I don't know if he would be smoking cigarettes or maybe he does, and he hides it from Bruce or something. But and like that would be like a really different Robin than what we're kind of used to seeing.
So I have a question. You've never read anything with Jason Todd
No.
in it? It's kind of funny because you pretty much accurately, like almost 100% accurately describe the character.
Really? That's
so
cool.
so the way he was originally, he was like a copy and paste like Dick Grayson, but
Right.
like over time, to make him different, they're like, we're just gonna make him like that. So like for the most part, he pretty much got him right. That's pretty much that's
Okay.
pretty much exactly how he is. Like, he'll go too
He's got,
far.
like fucking bitches, dude. He's got like a chick on the. She's like, he's like, what if like they were like about to go fuck or something, but then he's like, he's like, Bad Bruce calls him, Jason, I need you. Meet me there and like win the Robin bike or whatever. And he's like, sorry, bitch. I probably didn't call her bitch, but he's like, I gotta go. And he's just like, what? Like everybody at school is trying to get with me, and I'm finally get with you, and now you're busy. He's like, yeah, maybe you'll get lucky tomorrow or something. And he goes up, and he's not dyeing his hair black, dude. He's keeping that shit red.
Yeah.
Red as fucking,
Okay.
I don't know.
Where did
fire.
you? I didn't know you knew about that. Yeah, that was a weird thing.
I read that in the wiki, and I think you mentioned it to me too.
Yeah, we don't know if that's canon or not. I like that idea that like Bruce is just so messed up and wants this kid to beat Dick Grayson so bad that he makes him like. I mean, I know you want to keep
I
it
don't
like
wanna-
I know you want to keep it, but maybe we should
I don't wanna
like
do that.
hint at it. Like, I mean, not hint at it, but like give it like Bruce is like you should dye your hair black and look more so everybody thinks you're the same kid, and they're like
Right.
that is he's
Oh,
like
it-
and he's like that doesn't make any sense. That was like 5 years ago. It's like, of course I'm not the same kid. But
Right.
does that make any sense? But like, I like
it'd be funny like if he like didn't like Dick Grayson, like he thought he was a square.
who?
Fuck you.
Yeah, Jason's kind of like that.
Nightwing?
Yeah, Jason's
Right.
Jason's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
because it's like they're kind of like brothers, but like Dick's this perfect,
Right. He's
The-
like this.
the best
he's
one.
like a goody.
yeah, exactly, and they always butt heads because of that. He's like, I don't like, what is wrong with you? You're not cool at all. I remember they did the Terrible Titans TV show. One of the things they got right was like Jason, he was being Robin, and like Dick saw it as more as like a curse or responsibility, and Jason was like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. I get to hang out in the Batcave with Batman and beat people up. And there's like one scene. It was like the first time they met. This was a pretty good episode. I wouldn't know if I'd say recommend. I'd recommend watching it, but this part is pretty good. They're like, there's like, I think it's like this corrupt cops or something, and Jason just like, he's like, don't worry about this, I'll handle it. And Dick's like outside, and like you watch the fight scene, and Jason's like, he literally like breaks the one dude's back, like he's just like, he's going like way too far and beat like the crap out of them, and then they gotta like fight over it or something stupid like that. But yeah, it's kind of funny how you haven't read anything about him, but like you kind of understand the character.
Right. I mean, I watched Under the Red Hood, so
yeah,
kind of like, what would this guy be like? But before he went crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You basically get the gist of the character. I do like the idea that Bruce is just like keeps trying to force him to be Dick, and maybe that's like the reason he acts out so much too, because like Bruce is trying to force him this way, and then he overcorrects and then goes the complete opposite direction. But I mean, also he kind of just is like that. Like Bruce first met him when he was trying to steal the wheels of the Batmobile. Like he kind of just is like a weird kid.
I didn't really think about too much what their relationship would be like. I mean, wouldn't it be kind of ridiculous if that just seems ridiculous to me. I guess I have I don't feel like the Bruce Wayne in Batman the Animated Series would do that.
Would do what? Make him be like Dick?
Would try to like force
Jason
to be like
I
Dick.
I do think that was like, that's where the whole making him dye his hair black thing kind of went out the window, because that's kind of weird for him to do.
It's like really abusive. Like it seems like he's a better person than that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird how they make Bruce seem, because they all think he's like the worst, but like, I mean, but he's really not. I mean, he's making them.
His true self isn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously, Bruce Wayne the persona is kind of a fucked up guy.
Oh yeah. But I remember in Young Justice, it was like Wonder Woman kind of confronts him about Robin, because they found out. So they found out. They found out.
I mean, Robin itself is kind of weird.
Yeah, well, she confronts him because
some kid that goes around fucking beat people up.
So the context is they found out like are you familiar with the character Shazam or Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they found out that he's a child, and
right.
And Bruce is like, yeah, we can't have a child on the team, and she's like, and Wonder Woman's like, but you literally have like a kid sidekick, and he's like, that's different. And she was, she kind of
16. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she kind of confronts him about it, and she's like, you're basically making him be just like you, and he's like, nah, I help.
He wants to be. He likes it.
Nah, it's showing that he's like a better person, because he's like the reason I made him Robin and helped him hunt down his parents' killer is so that he doesn't end up like me. Which I think it just shows that he's like a better person than like this. They kind of try to portray him, like, especially a lot now, as like this abusive dad, and it's like,
yeah,
he's really not all that bad. Like, I mean, obviously having these kids dress up in spandex and fight crime is like pretty bad, but it's like he's like, I'm a pretty bad person, so obviously I don't want these children to end up like me. I mean, he doesn't get it right all the time, but
right. Well,
he's trying.
I like the idea that Jason Todd just he just likes to beat people up, but he kind of understands that like he can't just beat up innocent people,
right?
And so like Batman kind of helps to guide him, in that direction. That's kind of how I imagined it, and so maybe, I mean, to some extent, is Batman trying to make Robin like him? I guess. But isn't every parent kind of trying to do that to some extent anyway?
Yeah, but I do also see where Bruce is coming from. I think it is part at least with Dick, at least part of it was the opposite. He doesn't want. I mean, if I'm Bruce Wayne, I wouldn't want my kids to be anything like me. I go out at night and beat up criminals for a living. Like, not for a living, but for like almost for fun.
We have like he's constantly traumatized by his past.
Exactly. Like, I think, obviously he's like, the whole Robin thing started off as, I don't want these kids to be like me. I think for Jason, it's a little different, because Jason's lives a completely different life. His father was a criminal, mother, drug addict, literally met Batman while trying to steal the wheels of the Batmobile, was like homeless or something. And it's like, he lived a different life, so he's like, I can show him what it's like to live the good life. And Jason's like, I don't like that. I like to do what I want to do. Like this is kind of cool, but I like to beat people up, and you just give me a way to beat people up. I mean, obviously, he would never say that. But, yeah.
I like the idea of like some bullies fucking with him. It's cool. I really want to see that scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where he's like the scene where the superhero gets bullied at school and they try to hold back until they can't.
Yeah.
But, and it's like that, and he's like this. I like the idea of him kind of intervening, and he's like beats the crap out of somebody.
Oh man, that'd be great. It's like
I like
good.
I like the idea of him being like an acrobat too, because I just think that's so cool. Like I want to see him. I thought of him at like a lot like Bruce Lee. Like how Bruce Lee was kind of like, he was kind of cocky.
Yeah.
And he was kind of an asshole, but like he was right, and he was like you wouldn't want to fuck with him. That's how I want Jason to be, and like. I really think that'd be cool to contrast with Dick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Cause
like, what if they had like, I don't know. I don't really know when that would ever really work. But what if like they had to, Robin and Nightwing had to team up to go do something, and then like the whole different. They always like button heads, and he's like, "Hey, what?" It's like Nightwing's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Man, shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they would have to team up at some point. I think Titans.
Fuck you, Joker. Hey, language.
Like what? One thing I liked that the Titan TV show did was that like, so Dick left Batman, but he hasn't become Nightwing yet. He's still Robin, and then like this other kid just shows up, and now he's Robin too, and they have to like figure it out. I think that's interesting.
Town
but
ain't big enough for the two.
The town ain't big enough for the two of us.
That would be cool, and because canonically Jason Todd's a better fighter, right? So Jason Todd should win.
Yeah, Jason.
Fight if they got in a fight.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, it goes back and forth, but yeah, I'd say yeah, Jason Todd's the best fighter out of all the Robins. I mean, because he's just willing to go to a place that they're not.
Right. He just has more hate in him, I guess.
Yeah. He's more willing to. I mean, he's also just more willing to kill somebody. Like he's tried to kill them on multiple occasions.
Oh, the other Robins?
Yeah, he's in Battle for the Cow. He tried.
Right.
I think he threw Tim Drake off a train. Like he shot at them a couple times. Like I mean, he's trying to kill them. He's trying to be Batman. Like he's like, he messes with Dick all the time. I think like he showed up in Bloodhaven and he started dressing up as Nightwing, and then but he was like killing people. Dude, hey, he did this one thing. I'll never forget. I think I sent you this. I think it's just kind of weird and like how did this work? But he shows up like Tim Drake's doing like a mission or something, and he shows up in the middle of the mission, like rips off his Red Hood clothes, and he has like a Robin suit under it, and then he just starts beating the crap out of him for some reason.
Out of Tim Drake?
Yeah, because obviously Bruce like kind of picked up Tim Drake. Like, I mean, if we're being like fair, if we're being
6 months after,
yeah, if we're being fair and generous to Bruce, it's like 6 months. If we're being honest, it was probably like 3.
Soon.
Yeah, and he was like,
Well,
you got to show me
Batman
what.
didn't really pick Tim Drake. Tim Drake found out that Bruce Wayne was Batman.
I mean, I'm just killing that little mother. No, I'm joking. But he just showed up. He was like, "You got to show me why Bruce picked you over me." And I mean, you were dead, but I mean, I guess. But
well, also it's like, it seems really childish. Like he really just wants Bruce to like him.
Yeah, but he's still
kind of like a kid on the inside,
I mean, he essentially is still just a big kid. He never got to grow. Remember, he never got to grow up. He was dead.
Never got to grow up. Yeah.
He died at like 16 or something, and then now he wakes up and he's like a grown man. Got this grown man body, but he's still a little kid.
Yeah. I think Battle for the. Well, let me think about this. I think that it would be cool to do like how Bruce Lee like he would kick in the movies at least he would kick people's asses, but he would like make it look really cool and try to like be really epic with it.
Right.
Like and Batman's just like methodical and so I guess Dick Grayson is kind of like that. Like he's kind of show offy, but
right.
He's not really like he's more like gotcha now. I don't know whatever. Like who's the real winner? Like it's some classic like cliche thing, but like. Jason Todd would be more like egotistical with it. Like, he's like, "Who's talking now, motherfucker?" or something. And he just like a spinning back kick and just dislocates the jaw. I didn't kill him.
Hey man,
it's like Look, Jason, you have to learn restraint. Yeah, yeah. You just drive off of him.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, old man.
The fuck you gonna do?
Yeah,
I don't
Robin
know if
does
you
whatever
got
he
to go
wants.
for it. Robin.
Well, that's kind of his thing is that he would go off. He'd always go off on his own and kind of just do whatever he wanted. I mean, obviously,
really? I see.
ultimately, it caught up to him.
Right.
But
Yeah, that would be cool if it was like maybe it would be a Robin show as opposed to a Batman show. Batman's a secondary character. I don't know if he's that strong of a character though to get a whole show about him. Do you think that would be interesting?
I think that'd be a really interesting way to do it, as Batman's like the side character. I mean,
It's all about
if
Jason
we
Todd.
can't do like a Jason Todd TV show, then we'd have to end with him dying. Or I mean, I guess we could do Red Hood, but
Right, you would. I think ending with him dying wouldn't be bad. I mean, I don't know. You could just end it
Or
another way, and
you
just,
could
he
do-
just dies later. I
you
mean,
could do like an entire season kind of dedicated to. I mean, that'd be a good way to keep the show fresh. Honestly, if you're doing a Batman show, say you did like
right.
we did like
You
two,
start out with Jason Todd.
or you do the Batman parts, two seasons, and then it's like, how do we
Do
keep
the
it?
Robin
Yeah,
spin-off.
I mean, you don't even do it as a spinoff. Just make this season about him, and
And then later,
spin off.
you do the John Paul Valley season.
No, yeah, that has to happen. The John Paul Valley's season is always gonna happen. That's gonna be the best season in the history of TV. In the
So
history
I
of
have a great
television.
idea. Okay, in the 2 or 3 seasons with John Paul Valley, okay, you combine 2 comic books. You combine Nightfall and Battle for the Cowl.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe it actually isn't as good of an idea as I thought of, but like, wouldn't it be cool if like the Robins were whatever the Robins were like constantly trying to get John Paul to like give it up? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that was another obstacle. Like they were like, no, you want the real Batman.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how that would work with Batman because I mean, in Nightfall, Bruce Wayne is just ignorant, but maybe Bruce Wayne's just incapable.
Yeah. I mean,
Or
we
Bruce Wayne
just-
is like, hey, hey, it's okay for a little bit, but I'm gonna intervene. I'm gonna intervene when I'm good enough. You guys just calm down. But they're like, hey, no, this is ridiculous. We need to intervene. And Jason Todd could still be alive. Jason Todd could still be doing something. I guess no, he has to die.
Yeah, he's gonna
Can't really
have
change
to
that.
die for that to work.
Red
but other
Hood.
than that, yeah, he
What
could.
if he is Red Hood and he goes after John Paul Valley? That might be interesting.
Yeah, that could be interesting. But then you're gonna
That would
like
be
how
really
we're gonna end it. Is Bruce gonna come back and beat him, or is Dick gonna be like, all right, 'Cause I feel like it works if
I think
Dick.
Bruce has to come back and beat him.
Yeah, yeah. I think if we're
He
doing
has
Battle
to
for the
beat
Cow,
all
it
the
has to work.
Robins.
Yeah, he beats out all the Robins. That works.
Or
I feel like.
does
Oh, what were you gonna say?
does anyone other than the Robins try to get the cowl?
In Battle for the Cow? No, it's just the Robins, but like what you're proposing is essentially Battle for the Cow, but instead of Jason being the bad guy, it's Jean Paul.
Paul Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
which isn't like a bad idea. It obviously you can't have Nightwing winning if you want Bruce to come back and beat him.
Right.
Um,
I mean, I don't know. What if Bruce Wayne never recovers or something? I'm not sure if.
yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I'm not sure if. Do you think that a season of Dick Grayson Batman would be good to follow up with that? Do you think that he's good enough? I mean, isn't he is your favorite Batman, right?
yeah. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm always gonna say he's good enough.
Biased. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think
maybe that
that'd
would be
fun.
interesting to get a season of Dick Grayson Batman.
Yeah, and then Bruce ultimately comes back. He's like, all right, y'all. I mean, he does come. He comes back pretty like. I think it was only like a year after Dick Grayson's Batman.
Right.
Because with Dick
Oh.
Grayson, they mention a lot that like everything for him is kind of transitional. It's always kind of temporary. Like if any of them are ever gonna get out of the superhero life, it's gonna be him. Because it's all
That makes sense.
it's all transitional for him. Because he's just
He's just that kind of guy.
yeah, and his life is just kind of in a better space than everybody else's.
Right. He's not. He isn't as fucked up as everyone else.
Yeah,
Is.
like he could leave tomorrow and be just fine.
Well, the thing is, I like the way how Bruce Wayne beats John Paul Valley through his guile. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like through his kindness and his cleverness.
Okay.
So
Well, then you could just
you know what I'm talking.
we could rework the because I do like that too. We can rework the Battle of the Cow aspect and make that like a
Something Dick does.
maybe just like a little minor conflict where they all kind of fight him and kind of allude to the fact that they all kind of just want to be Batman at some point, except for Dick, and he's kind of just like this. What he's doing is wrong. Maybe Dick doesn't have to beat him, but I mean, you could just make an explanation where it's like he's kind of just doing something else, and it's Jason trying to kill Jean-Paul Valley, and then Tim is trying to not kill Jean-Paul Valley, but also stop Jason from trying to murder Jean-Paul Valley. So now he's like
a three-way fight.
Yeah, it's like a three-way fight, and then Bruce obviously beats him at the end, and Jean-Paul Valley can beat both Jason and Tim, and then
I know what we do. Dude, John Paul Valley kills Jason Todd instead of Joker. And then Jason Todd becomes Red Hood later.
I don't. Do you think Bruce?
What do you think about that?
You think Bruce is just gonna let him slide with that though? I mean, he's not gonna kill him, but like, I don't think.
What's he gonna do?
I mean, I don't think he beats him the same way he beat him the first time.
I think you're right.
I think he gives him. I think he gives him like a pretty brutal beating because he got.
That might be cool.
Like, that was part of the thing when Jason Todd was gone. He just became a lot worse. He's a lot more brutal.
I see. He kind of lost his faith.
Yeah, he's like more.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially towards the guy who literally just killed him.
He just really fucks Joker up. Yeah, well,
but he still never kills him though. So.
Well, that would be interesting because then if Bruce Wayne comes back and becomes Batman, then because we were kind of doing like a classic Bruce, really nice Batman. So then you do like after the John Paul Valley kills Jason Todd, you get like the edgy Batman who's like, I'm gonna fucking kill your head. Oh yeah, I'm gonna break every bone in your body.
We get a Zack Snyder Batman,
right?
Except not as much killing.
Did you toss a grenade in like that fucking meat locker or
whatever?
Yeah,
like close the door and let it explode.
Murder that guy.
He murdered that
guy.
Didn't
kill him. The grenade did.
He literally murdered the dude with the flamethrower. He like threw a battering and let it blow up.
Didn't he shot people with a machine gun in the fucking Batmobile?
He killed a bunch of people. You should.
He landed a Batmobile on a car.
Yeah. You should watch Zach's talk about it, and he's like, actually, Batman did kill him in the comics. And it's
Batman didn't kill him. It was the car or something.
He's just it's like ridiculous. It's like he's trying to seem like he reads comic books, and it's so obvious that he doesn't.
He just doesn't. You're right.
I mean, obviously, these things are obvious. Are showing that you don't have to read comic books to write these movies. It doesn't matter. But why fake it?
A pretty good movie without reading them. That's what it sounds like.
Just say I don't read comic books, and everybody's gonna be like,
you don't have
just
to
like
lie.
just like the other people. I mean,
but you could just I think that it would be interesting to do because so in Nightfall is written from Robin's perspective, and I think that would be interesting to do that with a Jason Todd Robin.
It would be interesting to see how he would kind of act in that situation with what's going on, because maybe there's a lot of things he would probably try to do different. What if he tries to go fight Bane now? What if he does all these? I see. You're right. All these. I mean, obviously Jean Paul Valley still getting picked to be. Maybe that makes him really jealous.
How would that work?
Because he would
Tim
be
Drake was like, "Hey, Batman, we shouldn't do this." Well, it's like you remember whenever in the very beginning when John Paul Valley becomes Batman, and then he's like, give it up. Like this thug had this club. Then John Paul Valley Batman takes the club and just whacks the fucking guy. I mean, Jason Todd might be down for that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that Jason would be jealous that he has to work. We'd be mad he has to work for somebody else, and maybe jealous that Bruce doesn't trust him enough. So I think he probably would go off on his own and be like, "I'm gonna be Robin's. We don't need Batman anymore. Robin's gonna protect Gotham."
Oh, you got the Robin's the new Gotham protector.
And then obviously he's wrong, but
right.
I mean, they both
obviously Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wouldn't have the same access to resources, but it would be interesting to see. It's like, I don't, like what he said, what Batman in Nightfall said to Tim Drake. He's like, don't get in my way again. I don't know if he said I'll kill you, but that was kind of the implication.
Right.
So maybe they would have a moment like that. That would be interesting if they fought, but
Yeah.
I mean, John Paul has to win, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, like Jason is a better fighter than like a lot of the people in the Bat Family, but that's only after he becomes Red Hood and gets like
well,
additional training. Like at his Robin point, he's all right, like he can hold his own, but like Jean Paul would
John Paul
it'd be
on
like
another level.
yeah, it'd be like a pretty bad beating, honestly.
Because John Paul was pretty much on the same level as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and he's a fully sized grown man, like. You know,
Right. That,
we talking,
and he's got the suit. He's got a lot more resources than
he's
than
got a lot going for him. He's
right.
bigger, stronger.
The system.
I mean, he's got more gadgets. He's probably trained a little better.
Right.
You know.
Well, yeah. Which is just saying the system.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. He's got all these attributes. I mean, he's probably just even if Jason was a better fighter, there's always that point where like size kind of overtakes skill, and when your skill's pretty close and the other guy's just bigger than you,
just bigger,
that guy's probably gonna win. And
the other guy's just quicker or whatever.
Yeah, he's just quicker, and then like you know, I think it'd be a pretty brutal beatdown too, because he's gonna be like, I told you not to get in my way, right? And
my way.
Doing some
what if he just kicks Jason's ass? You know, like he just really gives it to him.
Yeah, like it's gotta be pretty bad too. It's gotta do like
right.
some old school UFC ground and pound, like on the ground. Just
what if we have to kind of hint that it's gonna be like the Joker thing, but it's gonna be John Paul, but we don't do it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Crowbar,
that'd be cool.
And, like he grabs a crowbar, boom, boom.
Yeah,
but you know he still leaves him alive.
Yeah, we don't pull the trigger on that. That'd be kind of cool because you gotta leave that. You gotta have that like as like the cliffhanger. Yeah. Like you see his like silhouette just like keep continuously like beating Jason, and then roll credits. Yeah, and then it's gotta be like on a format that's not Netflix, so that it's like you have to wait for the next episode. Because then like yeah, because then we're getting like just crapped on by everybody, and now everybody's gonna watch the next episode.
Right, everybody's gonna be talking.
Yeah, they're like, you see the new Batman show? They about to have.
Right.
We got some dudes on the internet like us. You saw the new Batman show. Jean Paul Valley's about to kill Jason instead of the Joker. This is ridiculous.
No, they would never do that. Oh yeah, they're like they ruined it. and then we have to start the next episode of like we'll lose him, in like a Gotham ambulance, you know, like you know, like the fucking EKG or whatever.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. That would be cool because then you know everybody's watching that next one. You know. Because that would go crazy. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, they didn't do that. Tell me they didn't just do that."
Are you familiar with Breaking Bad?
I am familiar with Breaking Bad. I haven't seen any of it.
So like, the guy who made it said that like his goal was to make a show where the protagonist becomes the antagonist, and I think that's what we should be trying to do with John Paul Valley Batman. See what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And so like it should be like with a point where you're like, hey, Jason Todd was kind of an asshole, but he didn't deserve that.
Yeah. And
like he was in the right.
He was in
whatever, you know.
Yeah, he's in the right, and he's also literally a child.
Right.
I mean, he's like
that should be He's like, I don't care how old you are. If you're in my way, you're gonna get smashed. No one confronts Batman or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he should always refer to himself as third person as Batman. Like, Batman will not accept this or whatever. With his huge claws. Dude, I love the light, dude. The light's definitely gonna be in it. The bat light from the chest.
Oh yeah, no offense, but hopefully it's not on like CW or something, and we get like a crappy budget and the suits are gonna have to look really bad. I want something.
No, dude, we gotta go like millions. It's gotta be like Game of Thrones level, $500,000 budget every episode.
Yeah, because we're costumes are gonna go insane.
Be metal,
like especially that one. That's one, and especially like the Jean Paul Valley Batsuit, because that, in my opinion, that's one you have to get right. Like you can't
you fuck that up that all.
Yeah, you can't do like it's leather or something. Like
no,
it
has to be robot. Like this is an exoskeleton,
right,
of a suit.
Like you can deviate with a lot of characters and it still looks kind of similar, and it's like okay, I understand that's supposed to be this is not one of those
John
cases.
Paul Valley, yeah.
It's not. That's not one of those cases. If we don't get the light, what's the point of doing the suit?
The light, yeah.
And like,
Dude, he has to use it like a lot. I mean, not a lot, but like at least once every 2 episodes.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
I really wanted to start an episode of like I love the idea of starting the episodes before the intro music and stuff
yeah.
with just some random shit that Batman's doing, and he's like, there's like this guy like fucking I don't know robbing a woman or something. This guy's like, in an alley, like put your hands up, and then you just see like boom, it's the whole alley is illuminated with the bat light. He's like, what? And the guy's like about to shit his pants because like the new Batman is gonna fucking destroy you. It's like he's gonna like literally you're gonna be in a wheelchair.
yeah.
And he's like, please, no, I'm sorry. And then just whatever the intro starts, and stuff like that. Like where he just because he's really egotistical with it, and like Bruce Wayne was kind of egotistical with it, but it was always kind of limited. But John Paul Valley really goes all out.
But it seems like Bruce's was more out of the whole thing is about fear. He's trying to build fear, and Jean Paul's like,
It's like about he thinks he's cool or something.
Yeah, I don't know. He
like,
just
I'm
my
cool,
man. I mean, is he wrong though? I mean, he is cool.
I mean, he is cool, right? But it's not like noble or anything. It's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. You gotta do like one of those one take fight scenes with Jean Paul. I don't know if we can do that, because I don't know how well that guy's gonna be able to move in that suit. But I mean,
yeah, that's true. That would be.
No, do the shootout. Maybe one take, just and then it's like going to the other dude, and then it just keeps going around. And then they're like, and we can have like a helicopter there. Whatever his name was in the hospital. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And it's he's on one side of the hospital. The dude's on the other side, and they're we're kind of panning to both of them shooting at each other.
Like
yeah,
it goes around.
Yeah, and then I want to have like helicopter footage, and they're like, oh my god, they're like breaking news, Batman is shooting up a hospital. Like they don't have all the information yet. No, we gotta have
everyone thinks it's the same Batman.
Yeah, and they're like
pretty much everyone.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, so they don't have all the information. They're like, Batman and some other crazy dude are just shooting up a hospital.
Did he like burn it down? Like he flamethrowers it?
Something like that. I know they're just. I mean, the structural integrity is just destroyed because he's like shooting at walls with his freaking Gatling gun battering
shurikens or whatever.
Yeah, the other dude's using like real bullets. Like it's not somebody's getting shot. Something bad's happening.
This is not ending well. There had to be at least some civilian casualties. There's no way everyone got away from it.
And Jean probably clipped somebody with a battering or two. If I'm being generous,
At least
it's got to be like they're gonna be like they gotta take notice that like Batman's getting a lot more careless, because it's like with Bruce Wayne's Batman, you're getting like a bunch of like destruction of property, but you're getting like hardly any civilian deaths.
Right.
I mean, in an ideal world, you're getting hardly any civilian deaths, and this guy's he's kind of just racking up the death count as he goes along. At first it's like regular stuff, so people don't notice the difference. But as he adds,
he's a little more violent than normal.
Yeah,
kicks their ass a little more than they probably needed to, and then he kills that one guy, and then he just starts like. A lot of times they like surrender, or they'll run away, and he just goes after them just for the fuck of it. Like there's this one time where he's in some building, and they're like, "Oh, please, we surrender," and they drop the guns and run away, and he chases after them and breaks their backs anyway, or something like that.
Yeah. I want to do the whole like little mini Mr. Freeze arc with him too, because I thought that was just so freaking funny. When he
didn't know who Mr. Freeze was.
Yeah, and then some of the parts.
We meet again, Batman. I don't know who you are, but you're going to jail or something like that. It was like,
some of the parts of Gordon too, where he's still just there. He's like, why would I leave? He's like, why would I leave? That's kind of rude.
Like, oh, I thought you were already gone. Oh no, I thought maybe you didn't finish. Oh, no, I'm done. Oh, okay.
All right.
That was very bizarre.
That's what I found so funny about his Batman is that like when Dick was Batman or with anybody else's Batman not named Jason Todd, they're all like still trying to make it seem like it's still Bruce, and all I mean,
but he's just like,
Dick will disappear, and he's just like, I'm Batman now. I'm doing what I feel like doing.
Well, I think he did. I think he was just inept at it because he talks about trying to make his voice
Yeah,
sound like Bruce Wayne's Batman, but he does a decent job with the voice, I guess. But the other thing is he just kind of goes balls to the wall with it.
yeah, he goes too far.
Like he also just wasn't quite as familiar with the way that
That's
Bruce
true.
Wayne
Yeah,
did Batman as the other people did.
that's
So
true. It's kind of weird how
he,
Bruce would not just be like, you probably there's some things you should probably do to make it look. I guess he was just like, I need somebody to protect Gotham. I kind of don't care
that
what they
yeah,
do.
right. It wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't. It was
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
hey,
gonna.
we really need to. There's bigger fish to fry here.
Then
Bane's
Gordon.
taking over the city.
Yeah, exactly. There's bigger problems than Gordon noticing that you didn't leave that one time.
Right. Exactly. And also, he was doing a good job. I mean, crime was down and stuff. He was effective.
Exactly.
So it's like, does it really even matter?
Right. Until it did
I
matter.
love John Polly Batman too so much.
He's great.
We should talk about him for hours.
That's why I wanted. I was thinking about this when I was, I don't know, I was out driving somewhere, and I was just thinking about like this show. 'Cause I think about it from here and there, and I'm like, because we never got Jean Paul Valley, and we never got a good Azrael. I'm still mad about that. But we never got Jean Paul Valley, and I really think like, why hasn't anybody done this story justice? This is like, I feel like, I mean, if you're looking,
No one's
because
even attempted to do it.
most of these directors, if we're being honest, they probably just Google top 10 Batman stories, and then they put it on a wall, and then they close their eyes with like a dart, and then throw it at something. I guess just none of the times it landed on Nightfall, because it's just like, it's so obviously like movie material.
They kind of tried to do it in
Dark Knight
Arkham Origins.
Oh, and Arkham Origins. That's right. They did in Arkham Origins.
Dark Knight Rises, I can see that too.
Dark Knight Rises a little bit. I mean, just some of the Bane breaking his back. Some of the plot points were similar.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, they obviously never went full throttle with it. But
how does Bane speak English? Shouldn't he speak Spanish?
So the thing with
Isn't he
Bane,
Hispanic?
I think it's like he probably just learned English because his thing was that
In
like
prison?
he read, all he did was read and work out. It's kind of weird. All he did was read and work out. I guess he just taught himself English. Look,
But
man,
you're not gonna learn how to speak it by reading it, right?
dude, it'd be cool if he like tries, but like it's like really broken.
Right. What if he was like, "I will kill you, Batman"?
I guess that takes away from like the mystique. But I
That'd be
mean, also
racist
he
or
didn't
something.
like talk to him. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't really think that's that. I mean, I think within
He
the
talks a lot in
context.
The Dark Knight Rises. But
No, I think within the
Well,
I also don't think that Bane was Hispanic. That's a straight up white man.
But
But
I want the straight up like. I mean, he can be white, but he's Hispanic because that's like the whole thing.
that's the whole exactly. That's the whole thing. And I think
Yeah.
part of the like luchador aesthetic is what makes Bane so cool.
Right.
I think like the coolest thing they were leading up to Nightfall. I remember. I think you remember this part, but it was just like Batman was doing something in some warehouse at some point, and then like Bane's just like in the corner, and then Batman's like, "Who are you?" And he says whatever he says. What if he just says whatever he says, but like in Spanish? I mean, obviously you have subtitles,
Right.
but like I don't know. There's some
I don't know if
menacing.
Bruce Wayne understands Spanish, but
maybe,
John Paul
but
Valley
maybe,
does.
but
I don't know
maybe
if you remember
that's
that,
like. But I don't know. I feel like for me personally, that'd be a lot more intimidating. If I don't know what you're saying to me, and
Right, that
you
is
look like
kinda
Bane, and I have no idea what you're saying to me, I'm about to poop on myself. Like,
What if he was just like, "Yo soy tu fin," "I am your end," or something like
Yeah.
that, dude? That would be epic. I don't know, because Bruce Wayne a polyglot? He might know what's up.
He probably does. I mean, it's Batman. They're just gonna.
Right.
He knows everything apparently. So I mean,
Right, yeah.
But I was thinking
Oh,
about.
I had this record. Well, I think doesn't he like record everything, so he could
Yeah.
always just like.
I do
you
feel
know,
like
reference it later.
if he's learning all this stuff, I do feel like other languages would be a part of it, and like
Right.
there's
I
no
mean, he
there's
has to
no
at least
way,
speak in one other language, right?
and there's no
way
there's
he
no
just
there's no
speaks
way that other language isn't. You're picking like something useful, like it's like Spanish. So I mean, that's
Right.
not too far of a stretch. Like if it was some other like weird like just really small country and he just knows exactly what they're saying, then it's like I don't know how, but Spanish is like it's huge. Everybody's,
It's like the fourth biggest language, I think.
yeah,
The third or fourth. It's actually more. It has more native speakers than English. I
yeah.
think.
And you live in
It's
America.
like not by a lot, but
Yeah, I mean, you live in America. You're gonna run into people who speak Spanish.
that's
I
the
mean,
second. You're right.
yeah. So I mean, that's like if he's learning different languages, you're gonna learn something useful. I mean, he could obviously learn something else, but Spanish would probably be the
Right.
first one. But anyway,
That's true, yeah.
what were you about to say?
But dude, because it's '80s, dude, he has to fight like some narcos. You know, he's got to fight
Yeah.
like some cocaine smugglers. I mean, just be Bruce Wayne, Batman at the beginning or whatever. But that would be cool.
I want
You
them
know,
to
like
have,
what if
like-
he goes to Colombia or something? Batman in Colombia. That might be cool.
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
I
I don't
like-
know how we would do that, but
I
in
like
terms
the.
of plot,
I don't know. I mean, we could pull some stuff from other places. I mean, they had like, I want to say it was Batman Inc. If I'm not mistaken, where he was just
oh, yeah.
going around the whole world being
Right.
Batman. So I mean, there's no reason for him not
Take
to.
some inspiration from there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to.
Well, I mean, he's done stuff like that before, where he goes to the source of whatever is happening.
yeah,
I mean,
there's no reason why he wouldn't do. He's not out there all the time, but like,
Right.
there's no
Working
no
on a
way
lead.
somebody's gonna be like, well, you're gonna get somebody who's gonna be like, Batman will never leave Gotham, and it's like, but like
What?
he has.
he does all the time.
He-
Like,
he-
what are you
yeah,
talking
he-
about?
Honestly, he's probably like, if we're counting the Justice League comics, he's probably like,
Right, that's how I was saying.
yeah,
like,
he's not really
think
in
he only did
Gotham all
Justice
that
League
much.
stuff in Gotham, like
Yeah, he's not really in
Yeah.
Gotham all that much. If we're being, I mean, no way he spreads his time that way, but he's really probably not really in Gotham all that much. I mean, they're in
Right.
space for like 3 weeks at a time.
space.
We gotta go like full like. I mean, obviously it's like a different area, but like full like Miami Vice style with like those
Dude,
narco dudes. They're like wearing like
that's
the white
exactly what I
suits
want,
with
dude.
like a neon pink shirt, or like a neon blue shirt or something like that. I mean,
Right.
oh yeah,
Dude, I want fucking Bruce Wayne dressed in like the Miami Vice detectives, dude.
oh
Wouldn't
man,
that
that'd be
be
awesome.
awesome?
That'd be awesome.
And he's gonna have like a convertible or something that's like '80s, really
Yeah,
80s, and you have to
'cause-
listen to like '80s like music. That would be so
like,
cool, dude.
because that's kind of like how the Batmobile kind of looked at the
Right.
time. It was just like it was just like a sports car.
Yeah,
I think I
that's
want-
what that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta have that the classic Batmobile,
Look, man, see, this is why it's gonna be the best. Classic Batmobile, classic Batman.
and Jason Todd's riding like his '80s fucking motorcycle.
You know,
It's, like loud and
yeah,
shit.
and it's red, just bright red.
Right.
They're like, why doesn't Robin
What?
have the same one? No. But he can play it off too, because it's like, I mean, people are gonna know he's adopted by Bruce Wayne, so it's like, yeah, my dad. I think Robin's cool. My dad bought me this one. He can get whatever.
It's
My
like
dad's
Robin.
Bruce Wayne. He can give me whatever
Oh,
he
yeah.
wants. I mean, if he has to say that, he could, or he could just
Oh, you
not
think?
care.
You think I'm Robin? Like, come on.
I mean, I could beat you
I
up,
don't know.
but I don't know if I can beat up criminals.
Right.
I imagine him having.
You think I got time to look this good and fight crime?
I imagine him having like
That's
the little comb that's like a switchblade. I don't know what
Yeah, that would be cool.
like-
I don't know if you'd have. Why would he have a knife though?
No. You ever seen those combs that are like?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like
a
a
knife, but it's a.
It
comb.
looks like yeah.
His comber's hair. His red hair.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
with a leather
That'd be
jacket.
cool, dude.
Every time I hear leather jacket and think superheroes, I think of Superboy. But like, I want that kind of swag, but like with Jason Todd.
I wanted to see him like he's like the guy who's always willing to get in a fight too. Like like I want someone to just be. I want it to just be some random guy like he's waiting outside for something. He's like maybe Bruce Wayne's running an errand and he's just waiting outside. Someone's staring at him. He's like, "The fuck do you want?" Like he's like one of those guys.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you
want something?
Yeah, he is kind of, especially with his
Right.
like newfound kind of confidence as
right,
Robin.
'cause
He's
now
just
he's
like,
trained.
yeah,
He's more trained to fight, so like he can kick anybody's ass pretty much on the
Yeah.
street. So he just doesn't give a fuck. That would be awesome, dude. He's like this rebellious teenager. Dude, he's gotta have like a dude. You know what would be cool? He's gotta be like fucking someone in like the fucking Wayne Manor. He'd be like, "Oh shit, Bruce is coming! Like, get out of the bed!" And and he's like, "Jason, we have to go. Something's important, and he's got to go
Yeah.
fight crime and be Robin." And then he's like, he's like, "Okay." And then he gets up. He's like, "Hey, you better be gone when I come back." Like, do the jick or whatever.
who Bruce is that?
A few moments later.
you. Once you scroll down, you tap that subscribe button. Tap that bell button too. Every time we upload a video, I want you to see it. I want you to be notified that video is uploaded, and I want you to watch it. Something else I want you to do. I want you to go in the description of this video. Give us some money. Follow us on Twitch. You see us on Twitch? Tune in. Watch us live. Talk to us. You want to talk to us? There's a Discord link there too. Connect with us.